It's a merge with FAMU, dominate the SWAT. Fuck.
The North Florida Sports Network. All right. Welcome back. It's the North Florida Sports Network. It's NFL Picks Week 3. Before we get started, let's go over the standings.
Woo!
After 2 weeks, since we are against the spread this time, it reflects that in the standings as Justin, after a 7-9 last week, is still in first place, 16-15-1. And after a 9-7 week last week, myself has tied him at 16-15-1. Mike, 6-10 last week. It's not what you do, but 15-16-1, only a game back. Reno, an improvement from week 1.
My week 1 was that bad.
6-10 in week 2. That makes his record 10-21-1.
All right, it's cool. Hey,
50% more winners last week than week 1.
Last week, I have to blame it on the producer. It was just not, well, we didn't have some of those games. We didn't have the home team correct. But anywho, today we're doing
that bastard.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
He's done.
All right, we're going with the Hard Rock. If you bet in Florida, that's the only place you can bet in Florida. So it starts tonight.
It's not the only place. The only place you can legally bet.
All right, yeah, of course. I mean, hey, you can bet anything at any time.
I'll take it.
They'll take that bet. I'll take your money. Well, the Patriots are going to the Big Apple. They're going to take on the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. And they're getting 6 points in New York. Mike, who you got?
All right, so New York Jets -6 against the Patriots. I think this is going to be a close one. I'm going to take the Patriots to keep it within 6.
Yeah, good pick there. Justin?
Oh, yeah, passing the points, dude. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's 40 with a gimp Achilles.
Right.
And the Patriots defense is really, really good.
Are the Jets like the Cowboys in a way where just they have so many kind of like dumbass fans that just bet that makes the line go up? Because
no, well, the Cowboys at least make the playoffs regularly.
that's true, but this game though, like just this game based on the performances of the first 2 weeks, I thought it would be 4 at most, and it's 6.
I think it's still Aaron Rodgers. People are still remembering Aaron Rodgers from 5 years ago and don't realize that Aaron Rodgers hasn't been good for the past 3 years.
Well, I've seen Jacoby Brissett in person back in college, and the guy's tough, man. He's a capable quarterback, and he's a nice fit on that Pats team, and they're going to play tough, so I'm taking the points. I'm with you guys. Give me the Pats tonight and the 6. Jimmy?
I'm going to take the Pats to win. That's how I get that 10 and whatever record. Listen, I think the Jets are just going to collapse week by week. Rodgers is cooked. You already lost one of their better defenders, Jermaine Johnson, for the season. Yeah, and like Justin said, that defense for New England is really good. I think they pulled a shocker, man. And how smart does New England look now, sitting Drake May and going with the veteran in that first year? Because the other 3 rookie quarterbacks have looked awful.
Right. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to play like Aaron Rodgers of old, and I don't think he's that.
I don't think he's got it in him.
He's still got
we need like pre-COVID Aaron Rodgers.
He's still got the arm.
The arm's there.
He's not going to be able to move around and make the throws on the run like he used to. All right. Well, that's it for Thursday. Let's go to Sunday. And old Junior's team, the Bears, taking on the Colts.
Oh, man.
It's in Indy.
Yeah.
And the Bears are getting 1.5. I'll let you start, Jimmy.
I'm going to take the Bears to cover that, just based on loyalty to Junior. Both of these quarterbacks have looked awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Indy. I know the Bears' defense is tough, but until I see Caleb Williams do something. But again,
so Richardson just looks worse than he did when he played.
I mean, he looks like a guy that's played maybe 8 real games of football in his life.
Such
that's
a
what
freak of an athlete, though.
I heard a stat the other day that since high school, he's started 18 games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in high school, down in Gainesville, like, it was one read, okay, go truck everybody on your way to the end zone. And usually he was throwing deep, like that. It's just shit you don't do in the NFL.
But, man.
Unless you're Steve McNair.
What an arm. And, I feel like everybody, because I remember at the draft day, man, it was just jaw-dropping. Would see what he could do. And then you're just like, wait a second. Who is this guy?
Nobody.
Yeah. All right.
Well, he's rich now, though.
He shows it sometimes in a few plays, and it's enough to, just get the GMs and the people wow, we could make that happen consistently. He would be the MVP, but that's never going to happen, it looks like. So, long story, you're going with the Bears.
Yeah,
Mike, who you got in this?
He's only 7 games in, right? Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt last year.
5 games.
Yeah.
All right. I'm taking the Colts minus 1.5. JT's going to run all over him, I think.
Justin.
Yeah, this is a game. This is the battle of the 2 quarterbacks that every NFL GM loved, that I ripped up and down before the draft, because I said Anthony Richardson's a bust. I said Caleb Williams is a bust.
Yep.
Both these guys look like busts. That being said, to pat myself on the back, I'm going to take the Colts to win that game, because at least Anthony Richardson, 1 out of every 25 plays, hits a big one, and Caleb Williams can't complete a pass more than 5 yards down the field.
That's true. He's yet to he doesn't have a touchdown pass yet, right?
No, Caleb Williams is terrible, dude. I mean, he's got all those weapons, and he can't move the ball.
He did
He
better.
had one good drive in the second game. He had one good scripted drive, dude.
He did better in the second game than he did the first game.
I saw Chad Henne tear it up for the Dolphins before on the first drive of scripted plays. I mean, Caleb Williams is not good, dude. He's all flash.
Right, you remember that?
I'm not trying to say he's good.
That DJ Ukulele drive this year, that first scripted drive was the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
This is a game that...
Oh, yeah, that was a great drive. Great drive.
No one really knows this game. That's because of the quarterbacks. I mean, you don't know what.
I know they both suck.
Right.
Yeah.
So, someone's got it. Someone's going to win, and
kind of surprised they got the Bears favored in this, since it's in Indy.
no, they don't. The Bears are getting 1.5.
Okay, all right, well, give me the Bears anyway.
Yeah, we got that. I'll go with the Colts at home, but I don't like it. Who did they play last week at home?
Packers.
Yeah, and they lost. You know what? They lost to Malik Willis.
Malik Willis.
Yeah, you know what? Give me the Bears. That's terrible. Yeah. Malik Willis is not good at quarterback.
He looked really good, though, against that defense.
Well, that's a good... Yeah. All right.
He looked better than Caleb Williams.
I'm taking the Bears in the 1.5. Jimmy is too. That's a loss.
Yeah, bro. I'm the anchor. You gotta watch that.
But I'll go with the Bears this week. All right, let's go to Tampa. And the Bucks, man, they look good. They're 2-0, and they just got off the big win on the road against the Lions, and they're going to be home against the winless Broncos.
Ooh.
And the Broncos are getting 6.5.
Ooh.
Justin, who you got?
You know what? I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I think they win by a touchdown or more. Tampa looks really, really good, dude. Baker Mayfield is starting to look like a number 1 draft pick. He seems to be the perfect fit in Tampa, mentality wise. Like the whole city's embraced him. It just works. Yeah. And I think they win this game by 10.
Okay. I will pick next, and I'm going to go. Give me the points. Give me the Broncos to keep it close. I don't think they're going to win, but at some point, Sean Payton and this rookie are going to play a little bit better. You're in the pros. Sean Payton's going to have a little bit of pressure now, and I think the Bucks are good, but they're going to come back to 500 a little bit. That's what everyone does in that division. So I'm going to think it starts this week, possibly, but they probably get the win. I'm going to say, give me the points, though. And Mike, who you got?
I'm going to go Tampa Bay here with this.
Tampa Bay by a touchdown.
Yeah, West Coast team traveling to the East Coast for a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, with a rookie quarterback, too, against a good defense. It's...
and a defensive head coach, man. And the one thing Todd Bowles knows he knows how to coach up a defense.
Right. And it's gonna but I'm relying on Sean Payton here they gotta find something. They just went against the Steelers in that defense, so he's seen the best. Hopefully he can I'm relying on him to make a little bit of an improvement this week.
Offense is only one part of it.
Showing something because they made him the damn captain, as a rookie. So like Sean Payton, does he not know anything? Or I'm kind of putting this on that. So Jimmy, did you go on this one?
No, Bucks will cover.
All right, let's move it on.
Wow.
I got Green Bay, and is Love going to play?
He was practicing.
No,
he's ruled out.
Yeah. He hasn't been ruled out, but if I'm a betting man, and since we're talking bets, I bet that Love will not play. That's
I don't think he's going to play either because they're getting 2.5, and I know they're on the road, but they're playing the Titans, and if he was playing, they'd probably be the favorite. So we're going to go with.
You'd be dumb to play him right now,
Malik
man.
Willis. Coming off the win too. They're going to be in Tennessee. They're getting 2.5 in Tennessee. Mike, who you got?
I will take the Green Bay Packers plus 2.5.
All right. Justin.
I will take the Malik Willis revenge game.
Yeah.
over Bo Callahan.
Right. Yeah, this is his former team. He's going back with the Packers and a better coach pretty much and a better team. So, yeah, that's a good pick. Jimmy.
Levi's already got 3 picks, man.
Yeah.
2 games. Yeah, give me the Packers to cover. I think the Titans suck.
Yeah, but does someone on Tennessee know they're going to want to play Malik Willis? They're not going to want to beat him. I'm going to take the home dog here.
They're the favorites.
No, they're not. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, well, screw that. I'm taking the...
That's where we got mixed up last week.
That's rude.
Man,
that's
that damn producer.
It's minus
son
two,
of a bitch.
At minus 2.5. All right, so they are minus 2.5. I apologize. Give me the Packers then. All right, so we're all for taking the Packers there. Let's go to the Vikings. They're going to be hosting the Texans. Man, this is going to be a fun game.
All right, so I know you guys saw that referee going toe-to-toe with Justin Jefferson running on that 97-yard. Have you seen the clip of it? The referee step for step.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that 58-year-old white dude keeping up with Justin Jefferson. The defense can't keep up with him, but that damn referee
is smoking the defense. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Vikings look good.
Yeah, Sam Darnold looks good. Almost better than Brock Purdy.
I mean,
man, if only somebody on this podcast.
Just about every quarterback in the league. Unless you're Bryce Young.
Well, it just goes. I mean, he's there for the Niners, and now he's at the Vikings, and he's looking pretty good. I mean, they have good weapons around him, and he's still young. The Vikings are. Let's see. The Vikings are. I'm apologetic. Where'd I go?
Got to be 1-1, right?
Yeah, they're getting 2.5 at home.
It's because it's the Texans.
Texans look good.
Yeah,
I mean, they got
a good game.
They got the running game now. They got the passing game. The free agents, Diggs from Buffalo, and
what about that punt return game?
What's the guy from the Bengals?
Mixon.
Mixon.
Yeah, Mixon. Dude, and Diggs hasn't even. It's really been Nico Collins, man. Nico Collins is freaking awesome. Apparently.
Yeah. They got a lot of questionable guys.
All right.
Listed as
I'll
questionable
go first here
on Houston's.
I think Jamie going deep.
Yeah. This is going to be a good game, and I'm going to go with the home dog here. And give me the Vikings, man. They go 3-0. I think they win outright. Mike, who you got?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think I will take Houston just to be different, but I could have gone either way on that one.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Justin.
Home dogs barking, man. Yeah, I told y'all at the start of the season. Darnold's a perfect fit out there in Minnesota, and so far he has been. That offense is really good. Aaron Jones, on the ground and in the air. I know Jefferson and Addison, I think, are both questionable for the game. But yeah, a home dog with as good as Minnesota's look, I'm going to take them against my better instincts because I do think Houston's a better overall team. But with a banged up Jefferson and banged up Addison, there's only so much Darnold can do.
So you're taking the Texans.
Who are you taking? You said you're taking the home dog.
But that's how I'm still taking them because it's a home dog. I
was going to say, you just talk yourself out of that pick.
My instincts tell me the Texans, but home dog, betting odds, all that crap. I'm going to go with the numbers. I'm going to go with the nerds on this one. I'm going to take the numbers on the home dog.
All right, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Vikings, man. I don't think Joe Mixon's going to be playing in this one. He didn't practice today. He hasn't practiced all week. So
fire up Damian.
Sounds like
Pierce.
Joe Mixon.
Damian Pierce is also questionable, probably not going to play. So
probably a plus for them if he doesn't.
Devin Singletary, is he still there?
Not sure.
No, he's with the Giants.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No,
So I don't know. I think it's I'm a fan of Brian Flores' defensive scheme, just mainly because Brock Purdy can't figure it out. So I think they'll get it, man. I think the Vikings win this one.
All right.
Just basically because they're banged up.
We got a tough game, a battle of 2-0 teams in Pittsburgh as the Steelers, a surprise 2-0 team, will host another team making that trip from across the country, and that is the LA Chargers, who look really good. I mean, Harbaugh has that team playing. They look like a tough, physical defense, strong running game. I mean, they look really good. And they are getting 1 point in Pittsburgh. Mike, who you got?
I am going to pick my first underdog, I think, of the week and take the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. I mean, they got it all. I mean, they got the quarterback. They got the running game now with J.K. Dobbins. I mean, and the tackles, man. They got two They got two towers on the line with Alt and
the other guy.
Steelers are too far away from 500 to win another game. So
right?
Yeah, that is kind of the algorithm. For Tomlin.
They figure out Justin Field. I'm with you on that. I like this Charger team, but this Steelers are tough, man.
They just muck it up.
Yeah, they do, and that just shows you can win if you take over the game like that. Anyway, give me the Chargers. And the point. Justin.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers too, man, for all the reasons you said. And yeah, the Steelers do know how to muck it up, but so does Jim Harbaugh.
I know. Yeah. This is like, this was no brainer if this is, the last coach, but he's got this team ready.
Yeah, well, every pick was a no-brainer when Staley was there.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, I specifically made every pick last year based on trying to get Staley fired.
Right. All right, Jimmy?
Chargers cover.
All right.
Dang.
So so that's another
4
game.
for 4.
See, I'm testing a theory here.
All right, let's go to the god-awful Giants. And they are getting 6.5 going to Cleveland, who beat Jacksonville last week.
Did you? So I read something, a player from the Saints that says that Jameis, every time he calls a play in the huddle, it's like he's got a surprise to tell.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of what he did last week for those 3 QB sneaks or however many. Like,
successful.
Successful. Wildly successful.
Yeah, I like that. I like that they're getting him in the game.
Yeah.
When you got a guy that's involved.
You got to get a yard. You want the most enthusiastic guy on the team to get out there and get involved.
Well, you don't want to get your starter hurt, and he's a big dude.
Maybe they did.
Hey, Watson?
Maybe they but they're not using Watson in the sneak.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think
Watson's kind of frail.
He's got it in his contract that he doesn't have to be in on 4th and 1.
Along with many other things.
Yeah.
Many other things. Several other things.
All right. Well, this is a tricky one.
Is it?
Yeah, with the points and Deshaun and the Browns.
It's in Cleveland and the Giants suck, though, man.
I know, but it's the NFL, man.
Yeah.
I've seen those Giants go down to New Orleans and beat a Saints team. I've seen them go down to Tampa and beat a Bucs team.
Neither one of those are Cleveland.
That's true.
And they had Saquon Barkley on those teams.
Right. So the Giants are getting 6.5. Justin, how do you see it?
Dude, the Giants are so bad, man. The only team that I would pick the Giants to win against would be the Panthers. I even though the spread's kind of big for an NFL spread, I mean, I don't see the Giants scoring more than 10 points.
Right.
I got to take the Browns to cover that 6.5, man.
All right. Mike?
I am going to pick the New York Giants plus 6.5. This is like, maybe they don't score more than 10 points, but it could be 16-10, right?
Right.
I'm not a big believer in Cleveland. Remember when you guys all picked Cleveland against Dallas?
This seems like the day. Shut up.
All right.
That was more about
That was
Dallas.
more about Dallas. That was more about Dallas, but I just don't believe in them. But
all right. Yeah.
I'm going to go with you, Mike. I think this is going to be that kind of game, where the Giants come out. I mean,
20-13 with a missed extra point.
Right. They'll just keep it close and lose.
Yeah.
Because the Browns aren't good enough to blow them out.
Right.
But they're good enough to be like, all right, we got to win this damn thing. We're playing the Giants, and they'll win 13-9.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it's going to be awful.
It's like a root canal.
Unless they get Jameson, then the Browns will cover.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
They get Jameson, and we'll see the greatest single game performance in NFL history.
I'm telling you, man, he's got number 5 on.
Watch
out.
Number 5.
He's got number 5. He's his college number.
Hey, that was Flacco's number at Cleveland.
I know, right? And dude, I feel like they're just waiting to put the backup in. Based on, I mean, you saw is he holding the good plays? Like the coach wants to make sure just rub it in.
He's saving it up for James.
Idiots. Well, he saved it up last year for Flacco. The guy won comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Was this last allegation against
Deshaun?
Watson? Was it civil? Or why
it's
aren't
also
there criminal?
Because it's not. You can't prove it.
No, it's civil.
It's got to go to.
It's hard. That's one of the hardest things to prove criminally.
Especially years later.
Right.
Yeah. It's one of if
he said, she said, man.
Well, it's sexual. Yeah, they got her pretty much. The chick would have had to go into the hospital.
You have to go immediately after.
Had the rape kit done. They could have had all the physical evidence they need.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
Anyway,
got way too much knowledge on that.
I think the Browns are going.
Speaking of rape,
yeah, way too much. All right, we're moving on.
Jesus.
I think the Browns are going to
cover.
Did Jim pick? Yeah, Browns will cover. 12-3.
All right, so
4 field goals by Dustin.
So we got Justin.
What's the weather report?
Justin, you're on the Browns too.
Gray and 53
All right.
with.
A
All right,
little wind off
we
the lake.
can't get the weather there anymore.
Wind off the lake. Smells like hot dogs.
Good one. We got another good one. Early window. Battle of NFC teams. The Saints are powerhouse offensively. Good God. I mean, Derek Carr's the MVP right now. If you're voting after 2 games, he's scored on every damn possession he's had.
15 in a row.
I know, it's ridiculous. I think that really shows how bad that Carmichael coordinator was.
Yeah, he's awful.
And they got what's his name, son?
Yeah, Clint Kubiak.
Kubiak, who's been out there, with the Shanahans. He grew up in that stuff.
Kubiak's better play caller than Shanahan.
Well, the Saints look like a whole new powerhouse of a team, and they're really using their weapons correctly. They're playing at home against the Eagles.
And the
Eagles
hell
are getting 2.5.
What was that guy thinking?
Off a big bad loss at home against the Falcons, against Cousins
man.
in prime time. You lost at home. Now you're going on the road. And you're getting 2.5 in New Orleans. Mike, who you got?
Oh man, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna take the Saints. Maybe it's gonna take a week or two for the Eagles to get over that crusher of a loss. Saints destroyed the Cowboys.
They
right?
destroyed everybody.
Yeah,
I know the Panthers were the first opponent.
Yeah, but it was Cowboys last week.
Yeah, and they destroyed them.
I like the Saints at. Where are they playing? At home, -2.5.
I like the Saints too. And what I've seen, before I don't like the Saints. I was mad. You can say whatever, but it was basically because I thought they had good players, but they always played like crap. And to see the improvement with just like a coordinator switch, who's different on that team? I feel like they got the same dudes. And to see how much better they're playing, they still got dudes on the defense. I think they're going to be a force in the NFC. Give me the Saints at home. Justin.
Yeah, it looks like I was a year early on my prediction on the Saints, because remember last year I was big on the Saints.
Yeah.
Coming into the season.
Right. I think the last few years, they kind of pissed me off. They got the defense, but yeah, like we were saying.
Yeah, last year it made perfect sense to me because they had the defense, they had the offensive weapons. They brought in Derek Carr, who is a B quarterback.
Yeah.
But with a B quarterback and a good coordinator and a bunch of weapons, you can have a badass offense. And this is what I expected.
That guy.
Yeah, Rasheed, and then you got Chris Olave.
That dude's a burner. And Olave's a whole package, man. He can.
Yeah, and then Kamara. I mean, dude, this is the Saints that I thought were going to be last year.
Right.
So I'm rolling with the Saints. Yeah. I say they blow out Philly because no A.J. Brown again. And without A.J. Brown, that Philly offense isn't quite the same. Jalen Hurts is starting to get exposed a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Philly's on the downslide,
there was
man.
some talk of that this year, in the offseason.
And the coach can't just chest bump him, and that's not going to – he needs to be coached.
And without Kelsey, you can't tush push, dude. They keep getting stuffed on their tush push.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
It was all Kelsey.
Yep.
It was all Kelsey. Everybody's like, oh, Jalen Hurts squats 8 billion pounds, man. He's the only one that can do it. It's like, no, Jason Kelsey was the one that was road grading for that tush push.
Damn it. Jimmy, are you going to do it a sweep here, or are you going to go with the Eagles?
No, I'm not picking the Eagles, man.
You're all on the same side.
I think their coaches, might be as dumb as Staley. Like some of the shit I've watched him do. Like that game against the Falcons.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if this old what's his name, Kubiak, if he keeps this up, he'll be a head coach next year.
Well, yeah, he's a Kubiak
because he's doing this with old Dennis Allen's sorry ass.
Yeah.
And the exact same roster from last year with the Saints offense.
I know that's really impressive. All right, let's go to Vegas, where the god awful Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young has been benched for Andy Dalton.
They got them a savior.
Oh my god,
Red Rocket.
Fire-headed savior.
I know, but geez, how bad of a pick they traded to get this guy,
and they traded a bunch for it.
Missed. We were telling you at the time, CJ Stroud's the pick.
Why was he doing that?
Just because of the physical fucking measurements. I mean, you wouldn't even I don't care what this guy's talking about. Look at him. He can't do it. And he's been on a powerhouse in high school. He went to a powerhouse at Alabama. And now this is the first time in his whole damn life he's being relied upon to make a difference instead of just driving a nice car. And he can't do it. And it's all not even how many games, and they've already benched him. Ugh. And I don't think he'll get another job. They usually say a lot of these, your number one pick, you'll get a backup, because they're usually like 6'5", 240. And they're like, we need a body. But I don't think anyone's going to be, let's sign this guy, and put him on our bench. So this might be one of the shortest, most drastic ends to a number one pick since
Leaf
or Russell. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's got to be since Russell. It's at number one overall. Ryan Leaf was at least number 2.
Well, they're getting 5 now with Andy Dalton. They're getting 5, and they're going to Vegas to take on Jorts.
Leaf did go number 2.
The Jorts. Justin, who you got?
I'm going with the Jorts, man. I can't even remember the last time Andy Dalton was on a NFL field. I didn't know he was on the roster anymore.
He's on the Saints.
Yeah, I mean I could exactly. I don't see how
this game sucks.
Yeah.
I mean this is a terrible.
You don't have to talk
game.
about this game. Just make a pick. Let's move on.
Yeah, Raiders. Fuck this game.
Mike, who you got?
Going with the Carolina Panthers to shock the world.
Red Rocket.
There we go.
Lose, but
shock the world by losing by 4.
He fires up the whole team is going to play at their best, being like, "Damn, dude."
Andy Dalton.
They made
dude, we got this 33-year-old redheaded white guy, man. We're really going to line up behind this guy.
I think this is a sign to the team that, like, hey, we're trying to fucking win. We're not just going to play this guy because we want him to develop. So I like that. You might have a little. They're supposed to be damn pros. It's the NFL. I mean, they've been the laughing stock of the NFL through 2 weeks.
Well, so if he sucks, it's like they can't just blame it on the quarterback now, right? It's like something
right.
Yeah,
So
the whole
this,
team's terrible.
yeah, and the coach is like, dude, I ain't this bad. Dalton, get out there and show them that we can lose 14-12.
that's what I need.
Yeah, watch. Just get Adam Thielen on a slant.
And that's what you're betting on, and that's not a bad bet.
Keep it close.
Because Andy Dalton, if one thing, he can lose respectably.
That's right.
Yeah. They got a bad offensive line and Max Crosby on the other side of them.
Yeah, he's a wild animal.
2 X's.
Yeah, dude. They're Raiders are going to cover.
Ah, shoot.
I'm going Raiders at home.
All right.
Antonio Pierce.
Out on a limb here, I think.
Hey, you might have it though, dude. I see where your
It's still
strategy
the
is coming
NFL.
from. Yeah, you're right.
It's
And then
still the NFL, man. Shit's weird.
I know. And eventually you're going to play. You're getting paid, and you might like, damn, they might bench me next.
Yeah, who's next?
So
There's a message.
The Panthers aren't going to lose by 30 every
right.
single game.
I think they lose by 3. That Andy Dalton special, but
Then you got to pick them.
I know, but I just if you're right,
I don't think
that's
it's
what
that much.
No, I'm going to stick with the Raiders.
All right. Lose by 6.
Yeah. All right, let's go with our Dolphins.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Sad times in football.
Tua, should he retire?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, dude. It's not even a question.
I was asking a guy I work with whose son played in the NFL for 6 years.
Yeah.
And I asked him, he was a receiver for the Raiders, actually. But I asked him, it was like, if your son played quarterback and he was into a situation, what would you tell him? And he said, that's a good question. I think I'd tell him to hang it up.
Ugh.
And that's what would you tell your son? Like as a fan, he's been playing well last year and then the first week, but if you can't protect yourself, and it was what's so ironic? It was the Hamlin guy who hit him, who who the game canceled. Jimmy was at that game live.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was a meme. This meme was so good because it was a still shot of DeMar Hamlin about to tackle him, and Tua leaning his head into DeMar Hamlin's chest, and it said something like the two most delicate body parts on a football field about to collide: DeMar Hamlin's chest and Tua's head.
Right. Well, he's not going to. He's already said he's going to come back whenever he can. Yeah, he's already said.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God. So it'll have to,
he said whenever he can.
Whenever he can. He's just saying that doesn't mean anything. They're not going to clear him this year. I don't think so.
So yeah,
I think he'll sit out the rest of the year.
4 weeks, right?
Like you start approaching.
Yeah, he's on IR for 4
He'll
weeks.
get his money though if he wants to play. Like
if he wants to play,
there should be some sort of, with all the head trauma and all the money that the NFL's getting, they should guarantee the money and not punish the team for making a choice like that. Be like, look, we're not playing this guy, but we're still going to pay him, but it's not going to go against our cap, like an amnesty clause or something.
Right.
Dude, I heard Cowherd talking about that, dude, and I actually think that's brilliant. You give every team an amnesty clause, one contract they can amnesty due to injuries every 5 years.
It just, when you start thinking about it, they're like, your first thoughts like, oh man, what about the money? And like, and it's like, well, damn, this guy might die, and like, it should be some sort of option for a team if it's for a reason like that.
Well, that's why they used to not have guaranteed contracts, right? Guaranteed contracts only came around.
Well, if you want to guarantee it, no one's going to do it in a game like this. So if you want to do it,
how dumb was that contract?
Well, that's why they have the worst union, in all sports. But whatever, because they can just replace them with the next year's draft. That's what the draft.
But if his money is guaranteed, right?
Unless he was to say, I don't want to play, and they cleared him. If he
doesn't quit,
then
he gets the money.
If he went, it's some all right.
God.
But the Dolphins, they're going to be making that trip to the West Coast. They're going to play Seattle on the road in the 12th man. They're getting 4.5, and they're going to need more. I'm taking the Seahawks. Justin.
Yeah, no, dude, the fact that we all know what the term fencing means tells you all you need to know about Tua and his should he retire or shouldn't he retire. 2 years ago, nobody knew what the hell fencing was until Tua. And now we do. Tua needs to retire. He's an awesome person. He's got a ton of money. He's got a young son. He needs to retire. I really love the kid, and I don't want to see him die on the field. I don't want to see him throwing up gang signs again. And I'm taking Seattle. Skylar Thompson's terrible.
Yeah.
But Tua, retire, please. I know you're listening to this podcast, Tua.
All right.
Please retire.
Big listener. All right, Mike, who you got?
Oh, man. I am going, you said 4.5.
4.5.
Oh, boy. I think Skylar Thompson comes in and just hands it off a bunch or something.
Keeps it close.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill.
you know.
Yeah, but Mostert and Achane are both hurt, man.
Achane's out
He's going to hand it off to
or this time?
He's not out, but he's banged up.
How's my buddy Jeff Wilson? How's Jeff Wilson doing?
Yeah, Jeff Wilson's also questionable because I have him on a fantasy team.
They don't look good. If it wasn't for that fumble by Travis Etienne,
that's true. All right,
they'd be 0-2.
You talked me into it. Dolphins will not cover.
I don't want to take him.
Nope. Seattle. You guys talked me into it.
All
Seattle
right.
-4.5.
Jimmy.
Seattle covers.
All right. How about them Cowboys, right? And they're
actually, while we're on the Dolphins, I had this idea the other day when we were talking about the Pats with Drake May and whatnot. How about if I'm Miami, I call New England and I ask about the availability of Milton?
Yeah.
Because you're invested in Drake May more than you are in Milton. If you're benching Jacoby Brissett this year, you're benching him for Drake May. You're not benching him for Milton. Bring Milton over to Miami for like a 3rd-round pick, dude, and then just cut a check to Tua for like $100 million and say, don't come back.
Yeah. Joe Milton.
Yeah, the kid from Tennessee.
Yeah.
From 2 years ago.
That would be fun. Just like, all right, Tyreek, go get it.
Yeah, see if you can overthrow Tyreek Hill,
how far he can throw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he's
I'd like to
cheap
see
rookie
somebody
contract.
get them go out. They're going to have to get somebody, but
Didn't they get the guy from? Yeah. Didn't they get the guy from Baltimore?
Tyrone Huntley or whatever. Yeah.
So he is with the Browns. They got him from the Browns.
Oh, okay. Sorry. One of the Browns four quarterbacks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Milton would be the way to go for
is
that.
The clear number 2.
Tannehill. Anybody want Tannehill back?
Tannehill. There you go.
Nah, what you do is you trade up to the number 1 pick for next year and you draft my man Cam Ward, front runner for the Heisman.
No.
All right. Hey, I that's not a bad pick.
I got to inject my Canes anywhere because we play such hot garbage this year that I got to bring them up whenever I can because we're not going to be breaking down Miami versus USF.
Hey, Justin, is the U back?
Yeah.
I'll never say it. I'll never say it until we make the playoffs.
Just say it.
I said it.
No,
They're back this year.
I said it on the opening podcast. I said it grandly in a joking manner.
All Miami fans say it.
Right.
It's a part
They got to
of
be
it.
6-0 or 7-0.
I said that shit in 2013 about Florida State, and we were, and then we went away again. Like you got to celebrate it when it happens, man.
Yeah, I stopped saying we were back.
Nowadays, though, I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
like this team reminds me of last year's Florida State team. It really does because they got all the big. It might be better, but they have all the big. They got nice transfers on the defensive side. You got a quarterback who's on their last year
that holds the key to everything.
Right. So they're not going to be what they are this year. Next year, now, I don't think it's going to fall off the damn cliff like it has.
Well, no, they've recruited better.
Yeah,
but. Anyway.
Yeah, let's get back on the NFL picks.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Did everybody pick that
Thanks,
one?
guys. Thanks for indulging me for a minute on my Canes.
Yeah, we all went Seattle. Now we're moving on to Dallas, who's hosting the winless Ravens, who lost at home to the Raiders. Nobody saw that. And they're -1. The Cowboys are still a favorite here.
Baltimore's the favorite. Well, on mine.
Yeah. Baltimore's -1.
-1. Yep.
Yeah. Cowboys are getting a point at home.
Basically a pick 'em.
Yeah. So who you got in this, Jimmy?
I'm taking the home dog. I hate the Cowboys, but people are starting to figure out Todd Monken is just not this genius that everybody thought he was. I mean, when he was at Georgia, he had better players than everybody. That's not the case anymore. His refusal to use Derrick Henry like he should be used is give me the Cowboys, man.
It's mind-boggling that they're not using Derrick Henry.
Right. You got to. I mean, he needs 25 carries, at least.
And when you get in the red zone, why are you
five of them are going for over 20.
Because you have Lamar.
Yeah, when you're in the red zone with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, you've got the ultimate two-headed run threat monster. You don't just drop it back and try and zip it to Zay
So you're
Flowers.
going Cowboys.
That's idiotic play calling.
All right, Justin, who you got in this?
I'm going Cowboys too, man. I mean, I didn't trust the Ravens last year when they were destroying everybody. Do you think I trust them now?
No.
Absolutely not, man. And you know the NFL, when a team gets their ass kicked, the way the Cowboys did last week, they always bounce back.
Well,
like
Cowboys
in the NFL,
didn't
they
lose a
always
game at
bounce
home
back.
last year. They were 8-0 at home last year. So getting their butts
Another reason why they bounced back
did was really surprising by the Saints last week. Mike, who you got in this?
Baltimore. After all you guys said, I mean,
because it's Baltimore.
You gotta.
Right.
I mean,
it's John Harbaugh.
It's going to come down to who wants it more. I think.
Right. I think that they're tougher, and I'm going to take the Ravens too.
All right, 2-2 on that one.
I think I'm taking the Ravens here because I just don't believe in the Cowboys, man. And then I could be dead wrong, just like I was in week 1. But when it comes down to it, I'll take the Ravens and John Harbaugh over Mike McCarthy. But both are Super Bowl winning coaches, but I just prefer one over the other. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to, all right.
So it's a fun game one way or another.
Yeah, that's going to be, I mean, that's a tough one, as you can see with the 1 point spread. This one's going to be real fun. It's a late game. Man Campbell and the Lions, coming off the home loss, are going to take it on the road to look like the damn best offense in the league last week, Arizona Cardinals. I mean, they had Kyler Murray playing like his best ever with no turnovers, efficient, running the ball every time nobody's open and you can't sack them. I see defenders like beat their offensive lineman like ready, and it's just like, oh crap, he just made this little juke move, I can't get him. Like if he's playing like that, which he hasn't been consistently, that's why everyone gets excited about this Cardinal team. Mike, how do you see this game? And they're getting 3 points at home.
So we've got Detroit -3 at Arizona.
Right.
Oh man. Oh boy. Did Detroit lose last weekend?
I'm going first.
Yeah.
They lost to the
okay.
Bucks.
You're
I'm going
first.
first.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Because it's home dog barking in the desert, baby. Give me the Cardinals. Wow. Big.
Oh man.
I believe.
All right. Get the money line on that one. You heard it here. I will take the Detroit. I think Dan Campbell is tired of this. He's just going to start biting ankles and biting knees, and they're just going to muck it up. I like Detroit in this one.
It's going to be a good game. All right, Justin, who you got?
Dude, I'm so torn on this one because everything you said about Arizona is correct. That offense looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
James Conner looks 5 years younger.
Yeah.
He looks 5 years younger, man. I mean, I figured Conner would be benched right now and Trey Benson would be
that's just saying you got fresh Benson, so you haven't even seen him yet. And Conner, and then you got Harrison. I mean, he didn't show up in week 1, but they still moved the ball in Buffalo. If Kyler Murray plays like that, they're going to be in it to the end in the NFC.
Kyler Murray's starting to remind me of a quarterback I saw back in like 1999, 2000 by the name of Steamin' Willie Beeman. And I'm going against my heart. I'm going against my man Campbell, and I'm taking the Cardinals. I'm with it. The Cardinals in a blowout in the desert.
You're with me too. Yeah. All right. Jimmy.
I like the Cardinals as well.
Oh shit.
Damn it, I'm changing my pick. Man Campbell.
Are you serious? You want Man Campbell, or are you going back?
No. That's just because Jimmy's terrible.
I know. Well, hey. All right, so let's go to L.A., where the Rams haven't won a game, and I don't even want to talk about how I picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Hey, I picked the Dolphins, bro.
They're just sitting there.
They're injured.
Lying in the weeds.
Yeah.
A
couple of wide receiver injuries.
Well, they're hosting the San Francisco 49ers, coming off a loss in Minnesota. The Niners are giving the Rams a touchdown at home. 7.
Right.
Justin, who you got?
Too big of a spread against me at Stafford. At the very least, he backdoor covers.
Taking the Rams and the points. All right, I like it. Mike.
San Francisco -7.
No Debo, FYI, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the other team doesn't have Puka or Cooper Kupp.
Right.
Yeah.
There'll be no Debo, no Christian McCaffrey, obviously.
The other guy looks pretty
Ayuk
good.
hasn't
no
shown up
Ricky
yet.
Pearsall either.
We knew that.
Oh, come on, Ricky.
Dude, I thought he had a shot at getting on the field this year.
Oh,
Oh,
Stop.
He ain't got the chest for it.
Oh, boy.
Nah, man, this is just. I think the Rams are going to win.
Of course you do.
Jesus.
Now, Brock Purdy leads the league in passing yards, but he's got one touchdown pass.
God bless
Yeah.
you.
yeah, because Ayuk hasn't shown up.
Yeah.
It's a division
It's an Ayuk
game.
game right here.
It's a division game. The points are too much for me. I'm taking the Rams.
Sure.
I think the Niners win, but I'm like you, Justin. I'm taking the Rams and the points.
Jim, you said the Rams were going to win this one.
So we got 3 Rams and
Yeah,
one Niner here.
I got a
I'm
Rams.
not on a lot
I got
of
a
islands.
Rams.
I think it's the
outright.
points, man. You know, and he said it outright because he's just. That's, all right, let's go to the Sunday night.
Disgusting.
3 more, right? 3 more to go.
We got we got 2 Monday night games this
Weird.
week.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go to the Sunday night game. It's gonna be a fun one. Kansas City, 2-0, 2 plays from being 0-2.
Yeah.
But they are taking it on the road to Hotlanta, coming off the big win on the road. Going to be at home. They're getting 3.5 against the Chiefs, so a home dog. Mike, who you got?
I'm taking Atlanta minus 3.5. I think this is going to be one of those where, like,
Show up
Patrick
games.
Mahomes just kind of like does whatever he does at the end of the game, and they're down by 1 or it's tied, and then they just run out the clock and kick a field goal. I like Atlanta to keep it within 3.5.
Okay. Jimmy.
Yeah, no Pacheco. Pacheco
For the Chiefs?
for the Chiefs.
You
Right.
say Pacheco, I say Pacheco.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to play, but the Chiefs are still going to cover.
Right.
Ooh.
It's the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's the Chiefs.
All right.
All right, Justin, who you got?
The Chiefs have not actually looked all that great.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, their defense is still really good. Christian Jones is freaking unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't think Bijan goes off like he did against the Eagles. And it's Kirk Cousins in prime time. There's no way Kirk Cousins wins back-to-back prime time.
Yeah, he's not
games.
doing it.
He turned a corner.
No. No. He got gifted
Yeah,
that
no.
one on Monday.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs because, I mean, even if he is about to cover, the refs will gift it to the Chiefs again. So
There you go.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Give me the home dog. Give me the home dog. I'm sticking with the theme, man. I'm taking the hook. Got me. The hook will bring me back, and it did to this pick. And
I hate that
Pacheco,
hook.
yeah, the Pacheco not being there, that's big. I think they might have turned something, man, Mike. I think this is it. You know, I mean, if Cousins, you know, you paid him for the now, and he's got to start rolling now. So
They got players.
yeah, they do. And I think they keep it close. I wouldn't be surprised if they win the game. But I'm going to take them and the 3.5.
Dude, if this game was in the 1 o'clock window, I'd be right there with you.
All right, let's go to the 2 Monday Nighters, and let's go to the first one.
Do we know why they're doing this?
Because they used to have, it's because they used to do it in week 1, but they didn't want to do it in week 1. So now they do it in week 3.
Gotcha.
Sure.
That makes sense. Maybe they'll do it on like, like multiples of 3, like 3, 9, 12.
I think it's
15.
probably because you had the Labor Day games. I don't freaking know, man.
But, like, why do we need it?
I don't know, man. I like this.
These
Probably.
games kind of suck.
Well, I think instead of
Yeah,
they
okay.
canceled
Try to
it,
double
yeah.
up the shitty audience. Okay.
You'll have like Chris Fowler doing one.
It's the time to sell double the ad space.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Yeah,
to
your boy Herbie calling one maybe.
With his dog.
No, they'll put Herb Street and like Orlovsky or someone like that. All right, let's
Do
go.
Herb Street, Orlovsky, and Feinbaum, dude. Like the ultimate FSU booth.
There we go. All right, let's go. It's Buffalo. They are hosting the Jaguars. Jacksonville is getting 5. Going to Buffalo. I'll go first here.
Do it.
Do it. And I wish I didn't say that because I'm thinking about this in my head here, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills at home to cover. Mike?
Same. Buffalo dominated last week. A Miami team that beat Jacksonville.
Right.
So that means Buffalo's going to win this one by 24 to 28 points, I believe.
Wow. That's nice.
That's a good transitive property betting. I like it.
Yep.
All right.
That was
Justin,
21 against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins won by 3. That's 24.
Oh, yeah.
Carry the one. Order of operations. All right. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right. I'm going Bills.
All right.
Jimmy, you think the Jags keep it close?
No.
Oh, all right. All right.
Do you want to pick them just for fun, though?
No.
Nah.
Stop doing that.
I told you I'm testing a theory.
All right.
It's Jimmy's only hope.
All right. Let him pick.
Jim's trying to curse Justin by making all
No, I'm trying to go and see if I can just bring down
All
the
right.
entire group on
This
this.
is we'll go to Cincinnati as the Bengals are 0-2. Tough loss to the Chiefs on the final play. They are hosting
They got to get
the Commanders,
right?
and they're giving up 7. So the Commanders have 7 coming in. Justin, how you see it?
Damn, that's a big spread.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the commies with the points. Backdoor cover all day long. Jalen Daniels busts like an 80-yard run with 2 minutes left to lose by 6.
Yeah, he's going to get some numbers this year and win Rookie of the Year, even though they won't be that good. He'll just win it. Jimmy, who you got?
You know what? I'm actually going to take the Bengals to cover this. Rookie quarterback walking into that stadium at night.
Yeah.
Those people are psychos.
Yeah.
I've been there a lot.
I know. I've had their chili before, man. It's garbage.
I'm with
It's
you.
not even, I won't even acknowledge that. That's not chili. It's not even
the
food.
Bengals cover big. I think this is the game they have to do it. This is a team that was
They're pissed
picked.
off right now.
This is a team that thinks of himself as a contender in the AFC.
Yeah, and they're sitting at
And
0-2.
0-2. They got to be mad. They coming home. They got a night game. They got the Commanders coming in, and I think they beat them by double digits. Mike, who you got?
I've got the same thing that you just said.
So we got Justin out there on that.
Cincinnati left Justin on the island.
Yeah. All right.
Nice. But we're picking with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
See, I
y'all are
can't
riding with
win.
Jimmy. Y'all are riding with Jimmy and not the 2-time defending pick'em champs. Good call, guys.
I can't win off skill, but if I can make everyone else around me terrible, maybe.
Bring everybody else down.
Yep.
It's the whole Wake
Yeah,
Forest,
Jimmy, you
man.
just got to make terrible picks and make great analysis.
Yeah.
We got to get on out of here. All right's here. But week 3 in the books. We'll see who comes out on top. Big college games coming up this weekend.
There's a lot of big college games this weekend, dude. We finally got a good loaded schedule.
What are you looking forward to most?
Probably that Oklahoma-Tennessee. Well, actually what I'm looking forward to most is Miami USF.
Yeah, hey,
But-
USF's not a pushover, man.
That's what I'm interested to see. This is Miami's biggest challenge so far.
Well, they played Alabama closer than the score would indicate. I watched that game. I like their
Tampa.
coach, Golish. Yeah.
I think Miami will probably win same score they beat Florida. I think
Yeah.
something similar. Maybe they pull away a little bit later in the game, but
This is
I think
a
USF
Miami
covers.
team. Oh. That's, I see. I know what you're doing,
yeah.
and I don't like it. So stop doing it now. All right. I know.
I'm just testing the
I'm
theory,
telling
Jimmy.
you right
I'm just
now,
testing the theory,
this
man.
Miami team might be the best team in the country.
Oh, you shut your damn mouth, Ricky
this
Bobby.
leadership that they have, and I'm not even joking. Cam Ward is the best. Who's playing better than him? And if you had to
He
take
is the Heisman frontrunner.
right, Cam, I'm taking him over Cam Ewers.
Right.
You know, I'm taking him over
Tennessee's playing well.
Nico. Yeah,
There's some QBs that are
yeah.
playing well, but
Ole
he's up there with
Miss
all.
and Tennessee. The SEC will have its. You know, Miami ain't losing this year. They're going to be undefeated until the playoff. Mark it down. Get used to it.
Yeah, I think their toughest game.
They got a good leader. They got better players than everybody in the
Louisville
ACC,
ain't shit.
and they don't. And the key is that quarterback. He's not going to let them slack off and like they usually do and lose to somebody they shouldn't lose to.
Well,
like the coach usually lets them do it too. Not this year.
The talent outweighs the stupidity.
Oh, let it calm down and make me wrong, please. Oh, yes, let it rain down upon me. Yes, Florida State will lose every game.
Oh, they
we'll
will.
watch the games.
Oh, they will.
We'll react to them, and we'll talk to you next time, right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
Yeah, Charleston Southern by about 10.
I'm goddamn madder than shit.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle to our